Frye, fresh off an incredible series and ready to go. Can he keep the good times going in this one? It's the Los Angeles Angels going up against the Athletics. And we'll be back with the first pitch right after this. So digging in, Boof, Frye. And takes low for ball one. Frye getting to start at the hot corner, 24 years old, and he was a third-round pick in 2024. In the air, center field, Lede hauls it in for the out. One out, base is empty.
Third base is Boof. Frye.
That catches the outside corner. That's strike one. Fourth inning underway, no score. Time call. Chance to collect himself down 0-2. That one way outside, and the count is 1-2.
See if you can go upstairs a little bit. Make sure you miss up and out of the zone since you're heading to count 1-2. Don't miss in the zone because that's where you can get hurt.
Makes the grab, and there's two gone. So the go-ahead run in scoring position. And next is the designated hitter. Wilson at second with nobody out. Hot shot to third. Throws to first. One out in the bottom of the fourth.
Now batting the right fielder, Frye.
Two outs, base is empty.
Third base is Boof. Frye.
He swings and fouls one off. In the air, right field. Makes the grab, and that is that. No runs, no hits, no errors. Top of the order due up in the home half of the sixth. It's the A's 1 and the Angels nothing. We go to the ninth. So in now for the Angels, Boof, Frye. What are you looking to do in these spots? You're down a run. You're leading off the inning.
He's not a power hitter, a guy that's looking to tie it up with one swing. So he's going to take and get into this at bat and try to get deep into the bat. Ultimately, however he can, get to first base.
Looking to get the tying run on base. Just missed. And another ball. Kyron Paris in the on-deck circle, hoping to get a chance to make a big impact here. Next offering in there for a strike. And that's strike one. This one in the air. Makes the catch for the out. Frye And a rough go of it in the loss.
Oh, certainly a frustrating game at the plate, Boog. I think he'd be the first to tell you he's capable of better. I'm sure the loss isn't sitting well with him either.
So 2 down, and next for L.A., Boof, Frye.
He gave up a couple of runs in the first. His offense picked him up. It's time for him to settle in now and throw up some zeros on that scoreboard.
There's the strike.
The strong second inning is a confidence builder for him, a relief for his manager. Doesn't have to get into that bullpen quite as early.
2 out, space is empty. That one back up the middle, and it gets through.
Just kept it simple. Played pepper with the middle of the infield and took it back where it came from, and there was just no one there to knock it down.
And now the right fielder, Randy DeJesus. Pickoff throw, and he dives back in safely. Two outs. That one down the line, boots it, but they get the out at first, and that'll do it for the inning. So no runs here on a base hit, no errors, and 1 left. Now to the bottom of the second. It's the A's 3 and the Angels 2. So 1 out, nobody on. And stepping in, the rookie left fielder. One down, base is empty. Swing and a ground ball. Fires to first on the run, and they get the out.
The batter, number 5, shortstop Jacob Wilson.
1 out. Runners at first and second.
The third baseman, Boof, Frye.
If you're going to be a championship type of ball club, you've got to hit with runners in scoring position. And after last night's struggles, I'm sure this team is chomping at the bit to have this kind of opportunity here early in this game.
Rooker makes the grab for the second out. Welcome back as we take a look at how today's starting pitchers have fared so far. Medina back to work. Line drive, and no one can get there. And the leadoff man aboard.
The right fielder, number 21, Randy.
And the batter now, Randy DeJesus. This is a guy who's in the lineup first and foremost because of what he contributes defensively, Chris. And when you talk about preventing runs from, check on the runner.
I was always told it's hard to take you off the field when you play really good defense, especially at a premier position, and that's what he does.
Yeah. Lined, and that's a base hit. Lead runner to second, so 2 on and nobody out. Juan Morales, the next to hit for the Angels.
Morales.
Swing and a ball popped up. And the infield fly rule called. First and second, 1 out. Here's the center fielder. Medina checks the runner, and he's back in safely. A swing and a soft liner. And a base hit. And they hold the runner at third, but the bases are loaded now with one out.
Well, he wasn't afraid to hit with 2 strikes. I think he choked up a little bit, maybe spread out, but he got the job done right there.
And next for the Angels, Jonah Frye. Soft contact in the air. He's got it, and there's 2 away.
A perfect result for the defense. A line drive out that doesn't score a run, and it takes away the opportunity for that sacrifice fly. You can't ask for much more. That's the outcome they wanted.
Frye at third. De Jesus at first. 2 out of the inning. Ground ball right side. He'll do it himself. Out to escape a bases loaded jam unscathed. Angels threaten but leave them loaded. But they lead it by 4. It's 7-3. Yeah, the batter now, Boof, Frye.
The third baseman, Boof, Frye.
Check swing, went around, and it's 0-1. The kick and the pitch. Runner goes. Strike in there. Throw to second. He's safe.
Well, with that kind of elite arm he has behind the plate, man, it's a pretty big deal when you can swipe a bag against this dude. Maybe more than anything, it prevents teams from just testing him, thinking that they can even steal a base. But right here, they successfully moved that runner up to scoring position. Good job.
Runner at second, 2 down. And we're in the top half of the 6th. Time called. Got him. Larry Bullard rings him up. No runs, no base hits, no errors. And now, Boof, Frye.
Struck out on just 3 pitches last time.
And that's in for a strike. Swing and a miss as he was out front that time. 1 out, bases empty. Time asked for at the plate, and he gets it. Up the middle. Slings to first in time.
Now batting, right fielder,
Ready to go for the last half of the inning. This is J.J. Bleday. He's a guy, Chris's highlights include some of the best throws from the outfield that you will ever see. Definitely one of the best arms of the sport.
Yeah, the infielders and the catcher can never give up on a play because if this guy thinks he has a chance, he's going to throw it from the warning track if he has to.
Trying to bunt his way on. On the run, sends it over to first, but he beats it out. And the leadoff man is on with an infield single.
I don't know if he planned to lay down that bunt before stepping into the box, but with the infield playing back, he saw an opportunity and he took advantage of it. Nicely done.
Frye had a ho-hum game for them.
Well, you'll never complain about getting a team win, Boog, but I think they expect him to make larger contributions than he did today. Nothing too bad, but nothing great either.
So 2 down, Boof, Frye. The next to hit. 2 hits in the game last night. That one catches the corner for a strike. And today is draft day. Semi an exciting day in terms of the future of the sport. and the future of these teams. It's also changed a lot in terms of the immediacy of finding out. I mean, what was it? Carrier pigeon was how you found out about being drafted. That's out number 3. So no runs, no hits, no errors, and no one left. We go to the bottom of inning number 2. We're tied 0-0. Runners at the corners with 2 outs. Out to short. Safe. He beats it. First and second, 2 outs. And now the center fielder, Jake Myers. And they're all loaded up.
He did not take the bat off his shoulder the entire at bat.
At the plate, Randy DeJesus. The 0-1. Ground ball right side. Moore. And it gets by him. But in time, nice job to stay with it to end the inning. But 2 runs for him and they jump ahead. To the bottom of inning number 4 now. Angels 2 and the A's nothing. So runner at second, 2 down. Daniel Susak up next for the A's.
Well, there's a reason why he's at the bottom of the order, struggling as of late, but a knock here would be a huge lift for him and for his team. As a pitcher, you know the runner on second is ready to push things with his speed. A base hit's probably going to be a big run, so you really have to execute on the mound.
Hard grounder into the outfield for a knock. Rounds third, headed for the plate. He'll score easily. Now the tag at second, and he's out, trying for 2. They limit the damage here. So 5 innings in the books now, with the no-hitter officially over. Angels 2 and the A's 1. One-run game, 1 out, 1 on. This one in the dirt.
No ball. 1 strike.
To second, but way too late. Safe there. So a wild pitch allows the runner to advance.
You know, sometimes it takes a reliever a little time to get comfortable with the mound out there, especially when they come in trying to be nasty with every pitch they throw. Not exactly what they were looking for when they called him in, though. We'll see if he can settle down.
One out and a runner at second, and we're in the top half of the 6th. And before the 0-1, he asks for time. And a foul ball. This to third. Sends it to first. 2 down.
Now back to center field, Jake Myers.
So in now for the Angels, Boof, Frye. That one's upstairs, ball 1. And that drops in for a strike. Two outs. And he swings through that one.
See if you can go upstairs a little bit. Make sure you miss up and out of the zone since you're heading to count 1-2. Don't miss in the zone because that's where you get hurt.
Gets a piece and stays alive.
That wasn't an easy pitch to hit. It's much easier to do damage against mistakes, but that's not what that pitch was.
Another 1-2. And there's a ball. Two now. In the air, left side. Should have this one. Makes the catch. And that is that. But it's a huge 8-run inning for them as they open up the lead. 9-1-2 scheduled to hit in the home half of the 6th. It's the Angels 10 and the A's 1. Back here in a blowout, which gives us a chance to talk about just about anything.
Bro, don't get me fired.
All right, Singy, let's rewind for a second. When you heard that they were going to put a pitch clock into the game, what was your first thought?
Well, I thought that these guys were going to have a very difficult time to be able to regroup after each pitch and be ready to execute some type of plan at the plate, and even for pitchers on the mound.
Swings and misses and one down below the zone. One of the things, though, that we've seen that is kind of a thread really in every sport. These are the elite players, and so they adjust, and they've done a great job adjusting.
Absolutely, and just you tip your cap to these guys because not an easy adjustment, but they look like they've been doing it their entire lives.
That misses the zone. Now 1-2. Into center. And that'll fall for a base hit. Man aboard on the leadoff single.
He went up there and got it. With 2 strikes, I'm not going to leave this in the umpire's hands. I'm going to be aggressive. It was in a location where you could get those arms extended that he loves to do. So nice job right there coming back in that at bat.
Man at first. Here's the center fielder, Jake Myers. Pickoff throw. Frye back in on a dive. Runner on the go. Pitching for a strike. Throw. Save. Man at second. Hit weakly on the ground. Now the throw to first on the run. In time. Got it.
Well, a well-thrown slider like that one can be tough to get in the air. Good downward break on that one.
And next for L.A., Randy DeJesus.
I wouldn't expect many pitches up in the zone here. Pitcher's looking for a strikeout or a ground ball, hoping to keep that runner at third.
Flares it into the outfield. And it's caught for the out. Man in scoring position with 2 away. Now here is Zach Neto. Righty delivers. Out to short. Wilson on the run. Throw to first. And that's a nice play to end the inning. 1 hit, 1 left. Last half of the 8th coming up. Angels out in front. It's 13-1. Boof, Frye now at the plate. Ground ball up the middle. That's a base hit. 1 run across. The throw in. safe at home, and the runner scores from second, and they extend their lead.
That's back-to-back singles for him. Really nice job staying up the middle with his approach. He didn't try to do too much with the pitch, just shot it through the infield.
So 1 out with 2 aboard. Jake Myers, the next to hit for the Angels. 2 on, 1 out. Lined into right. Dives, but it falls. Could be extra bases. Coming home. 1 run in. Here comes another. Another scores. 2 runs in on the play, and the lead continues to grow. Frye really stood out in this win. Knocked in 3 runs for them.
Well, Boof, can't say enough about what he did for him in this one. He's a big reason they got the W, and it's easy to see why he's a key contributor for him.
Boof Frye making his MLB home debut today. This crowd is ready to see the highly touted prospect put on a show. It's the Minnesota Twins and the Los Angeles Angels. And we'll be back with the first pitch right after this. So digging in, Luke Keeschel.
Luke Keeschel.
And the pitch. 1-1-1. Slides, but he can't come up with it. Right past his coach, headed for the plate. Tag, and he's out at the plate.
You know, Boof, baseball is a game of split-second decisions, and sometimes you feel the need to go a little bit off script. The message from the third base coach was clear, but the runner had something else in mind entirely.
Boof, Frye, the next to hit for the Angels. Swing and a ground ball and foul ball. That clips the corner.
Two pretty nasty sliders to get this hitter in an 0-2 count. If you're up there at the plate, you got to look up in the zone and spit on anything that's down.
And that's downstairs and outside.
See if you can go upstairs a little bit. Make sure you miss up and out of the zone since you're heading to count 1-2. Don't miss in the zone because that's where you get hurt.
Outside low, and the count is 2-2.
Way to lay off that pitch down.
Battling here as he fouls it away. Conforto gets his lead at first with nobody out. Line drive. Can't get there, and it deflects off him. A perfect example right there. That plate discipline, it pays off.
The deeper he gets into a count, the more comfortable he becomes, and he usually wins the battle.
And next for the Angels, Jake Myers.
This at-bat might not seem like a huge deal right now, but baseball is a game of moments, and what happens here could change everything.
The other way, and that's a base hit. Now they get the runner and a rundown. Tags the runner.
Batting up, the right field.
2 outs. Bases are full. Well, Chris, through the early stages, he hasn't been very efficient in terms of the pitch count. He's going to need to get some quick outs if he's going to get deeper into this game. Swing and a chopper out to short. Throws to first in time. Out to escape a bases loaded jam unscathed. Huge opportunity missed there. On to inning number 4. It's the Twins 2 and the Angels 1. Here's Carlos Correa. It's amazing. We get a chance to talk to a lot of opposing managers. This guy scares managers on the other team as much as anyone.
And he gets to fly beneath the radar with the other more recognizable names in this lineup.
One down, base is empty. Now a drag bunt, third base side. On the run, sends it over to first. Got him! Nice play. Ready to go for the last half of the inning. And now here is Boof, Frye. To third, Lewis. Whips it across. And a quick out, number 1.
The center fielder, number 6, Meyer.
So the go-ahead run in scoring position. Here's Byron Buxton. So RBI spot, but Chris, this is a guy that is not really swinging the bat all that well here.
In this situation, you have a real good opportunity to get swings and misses and record a strikeout. I think you attack him in this spot. He's falling behind in a huge spot, Boo. Got to do what it takes to come through. Maybe choke up on the bat a little bit, spread out those feet, whatever it takes.
On the ground to third. That takes care of Buxton.
Well, there's a lot riding on that at bat right there. Nice job of the pitcher to bear down, make the pitch, get the ground ball. Excellent piece of work.
Ready for the bottom of the 8th. So in now for the Angels, Boof, Frye. There's a strike.
Well, we call that keyholing. Even though it's right there and looks pretty good, if he doesn't love it, he's not going to swing that early in the count.
Pitch misses, and that's ball 1. And that's down and away. And that one is in for a strike. Good pitch.
2 strikes.
And time called at the plate. Maybe trying to slow things down here in a crucial spot. Knocks that one away, and we'll do it again. High fly ball out to left field. Jenkins squeezes it, and there's one down.
Just pulled off of it a little bit right there. That front shoulder coming open instead of staying closed. If he does that, he's going to be able to go up the middle the other way with some authority instead of a fly out to left.
Munoz back to work. Frye up to bat next. Lays off for a ball. Breaking ball in there for a strike.
If he doesn't get a knock right here, that pitch he just took is going to eat at him for a while. You might not see another pitch like that from a top level guy like this.
That one ran inside, almost got him.
Good spot for the hitter. Definitely has the advantage in this count with runners on. Look for him to be aggressive on this next pitch.
Swings and misses. 2-2.
He has a tendency to chase out of the zone, and that slider that's down, that's one of his money pitches to get that swing and miss.
Pitch misses inside. And now it's 3-2. Gets a piece and stays alive. In the air on the infield, and the infield fly is called.
Now batting, center fielder, Meyer.
Frye did not have a banner showing in this one. Went 1 for 5 with a single.
I'm sure they're glad they got the win, but if he's going to be a driver for their offense, he needs better days than this. Some good signs in this one, though.
4-3 our final score. A 1-run extra inning win for Chris Singleton and our entire. Frye, the next to hit. Close one, doesn't get the call. Ball one.
1-0.
And that one missing low. No score here in the second. And that's a strike.
2 balls, 1 strike.
And that one is lifted in the air. Jenkins on the move. Pulls it down and he makes the catch. And that'll do it. We'll move to the third with no score. First and second, 2 down. Ground ball to the right side. He steps on the bag, and he has thrown 4 shutout innings. So they strand a pair. On to the top of the 5th we go. No score. New inning getting started. Now Correa up to hit. And he can't come up with it. Gets off a throw. Safe at first as they can't make the play.
The third baseman, Boof.
Festa back to work. Just missed.
You know, these Angels looking to string together better at bats when they have runners on, but it just hasn't happened for them yet. They've had their chances with runners in scoring position, but nobody's been able to deliver a big hit in those situations.
Ripped in the air, left field, and a touchdown for a base hit. Man aboard on the leadoff single.
Didn't exactly square that one up, but sometimes you don't have to. He clearly didn't catch that one on the big part of the bat, just kind of muscled it out there. And, you know, on the mound, it can be pretty frustrating for a pitcher, but you just kind of have to expect those to drop in there sometimes.
With the tying run at the plate, here the bottom of the 7th. In the dirt. Well done behind the dish. Tying run at the plate. On the ground, right side. Into the outfield. Base hit. Here comes the throw. And the throw's offline. Safe at third.
One of the first real jams of the game for him, Boof. Back-to-back singles to start the inning, and he's had a real solid outing, but he needs to lock this situation down if he wants it to stay that way.
Randy DeJesus digs in now.
Fly ball to the outfield for a sac fly. Soft ground ball to the right side. Find a hole. He can attack this a few ways, but the one thing he can't do is strike out.
So the tying run at second. Center field. Buxton under it. makes the grab. Both runners tagging from second and third. He'll score on the sac fly, and now they trail by one.
In that situation, you're looking to get something up in the zone that you can put in the air. Worst case scenario, a sacrifice fly to drive in that runner from third.
Go ahead run on base. Here's Byron Buxton.
If you don't get ahead in the count, you can forget about having any success against it. Well, if he's going to do something special right here, it's going to have to happen with 2 strikes.
Hard ground ball for a base knock. Coming home. He will score, and they take the lead.
He went up there and got it. With 2 strikes, I'm not going to leave this in the umpire's hands. I'm going to be aggressive. It was in a location where you could get those arms extended that he loves to do. So nice job right there, coming back in that at bat.
And first offering is fouled off. And he asks for time before the 0-2 pitch. Here's the 0-2. And they'll do it again. Swing and a ball hit out towards left center field, and that'll fall for a base hit. And a good start to the inning.
I'd say a mistake pitch in an 0-2 count. Too good of a pitch to hit right there. You have to expand the zone. Keep that leadoff man off first base.
So up next, Jake Myers. You talk about elite defensive players, especially in the middle of the diamond, and this guy is at the top of the list. Swing and a ball popped up. Keishel. And puts the squeeze on that one. And there's one down.
Now batting, the right fielder,
Randy DeJesus, the next to hit for the Angels. Fly ball to right. Walner sizes this one up. No trouble here. Puts it away for the out. 2 away now.
Now batting, the second baseman, Juan Morales.
So a man at first. Now it's the Angels leadoff man, Juan Morales. Antone is just 1 strike away. Andrade over to first, and that'll do it. And the Twins even this series up at a game apiece. Frye with an unremarkable performance in the loss.
Not his best showing, but I hope he isn't too self-critical after they took the loss. Some things to build on in this game.
Set for the bottom of the third. At the plate, Boof, Frye. Matthews back to work. That one missed.
That ball went out. That's a ball. 2 balls, no strikes.
Next offering is in for a strike.
Nasty 2-0 slider there for a strike. That tells you he's got a lot of confidence in that pitch.
Drilled out towards left center field. That's well struck. That one carrying. Adios, pelota. Boof Frye with his first major league home run. A special moment in his young career, and who knows, maybe that'll open the floodgates for him.
Yeah, getting that out of the way can be a big confidence booster. It feels like a huge weight just been taken off your back. You can go up there with a lot less pressure on you now, and I wouldn't be surprised if he gets hot for a little while.
What do you remember about your first career homer, Chris?
Well, I remember it was off of Omar Oliveras, and, you know, being there in Los Angeles against the Angels, just a tremendous day, great ballpark, and a special moment for sure.
Back to the leadoff spot in the Twins lineup. And now for the Twins, Walker Jenkins. This to third. Frye tosses to first. One up, one down.
Well, he's doing a nice job of keeping the ball out of the air. Lets the defense work behind him with another ground ball. Good execution.
Man at first, one away.
The third baseman, Boof. Frye.
Yeah, that's fouled off. Conforto stands at first with one out. Swinging a foul straight back. Time called. Chance to collect himself down 0-2. Oh, 2 now. Waves at the bender for the strikeout.
Well, take a look at the three-pitch sequence here. Pretty simple in terms of putting them away at the plate. Once you're ahead 0-2 as a pitcher, you can really expand the zone and see how aggressive that hitter is going to be trying to protect and battle. And right there, clearly he was in swing mode, but all you can do is hope to foul that off.
All set for the start of the inning. Here's Byron Buxton. We talk about guys with good speed, and definitely he has it. But pushing the offense aside for just a second, Chris, it's the defensive side that I think the speed factors in the most.
Well, he gets to balls that get by most people at that position. Just really impressive because there are certain times the ball comes off the bat, automatically that team that hit it thinks that they've got a base hit or they may have extra bases, and he just takes it away.
Tosses to first. Leadoff man retired in the sixth.
The offense needs to start showing some fight against this starter. He's doing his thing out there. They're going to have to push back at some point and make him work a little bit harder.
2 out, space is empty. And that one is inside ball one. Hot shot to third. Fires over to first. And the inning is over. Nothing doing here this half. 8th inning coming up. All tied 1-1. So the go-ahead run is into scoring position. Now it's the right fielder, Walker Jenkins. Man at second, nobody out. Chris, certainly one of the things in his head is trying to get the runner over.
Yeah, the way that we see the game played today, though, guys are not sacrificing as much just to get that runner across. They're really looking at doing damage. Slugging is the name of the game.
Smash to the left side. Throw is low, and he can't pick it.
He's safe.
And now runners at the corners, nobody out. Frye went deep for the first time in the major leagues, and I'm sure he'll treasure that moment forever. Had only one hit, but made it count with a homer.
Oh, for sure, Boog. I mean, I still talk my kid's ear off from time to time about my first homer off of Omar Olivares. It's a proud memory for any hitter lucky enough to achieve it, and congratulations to him.
Boof Frye went yard for the first time in his major league career last game. Let's see if he can carry that power surge over to today. It's the Texas Rangers and the Los Angeles Angels. All right, we'll be back to get this one started after this. Boof Frye, the next to hit for the Angels. Homered in the ball game yesterday afternoon. Frye in his rookie season, batting second in today's lineup. He's been on a terrific run at the plate, hitting over 350 in his last 10. And that's in there for a strike, and now it's even.
1-1.
The 1-1 is fouled off. And now before the 1-2, time is called at home plate. And he deals. And a foul ball, he stays alive. Got him swinging. Well done behind the dish.
Oh, that was perfect execution of that curveball. Down and in. He gets it out of the danger zone, and you really can't do it much better than that. It's in the zone the entire way, so you have to swing as a hitter, but then just falls off the table and almost hits you in the back foot.
2 out, space is empty.
Third baseman, Boof Frye.
Well, Chris, through the early stages, he hasn't been very efficient in terms of the pitch count. He's going to need to get some quick outs if he's going to get deeper into this game. Smith makes the grab, and that'll end the inning. Nothing doing for the offense that time. 3 innings complete, all tied 1-1. Back here at Angel Stadium, now it's the DH, Aaron Zavala. Dana was recently in the All-Star game for the first time, a nice career achievement. To third. Gets it to first. 1 away here in the 5th.
Good late bite on that slider. Got the hitter out in front, rolled over on it. Exactly what he was supposed to do.
Now batting the third baseman.
The All-Star MVP award is bigger than fans might realize. More than half of the first 40 players to win it wound up in the Hall of Fame. I'm not saying he's for sure on that path, but it's a nice accomplishment.
Foul ball.
Boog, the runner at first needs to be careful right here. He's dealing with a pickoff artist on the mound.
Outside low, and 1-1.
1-1.
The 1-1 is fouled off. Neto off of first with 2 away. And now before the 1-2, time is called at home plate. Swing and a miss, and he chases that one in the dirt. Garver gathers, throws to first in time. So the drop third strike doesn't hurt him, and that's that. 1 run. And next for LA, Boof Frye. 0 for 3 with 2 strikeouts and a flyout. Frye matched a homer in his last game. Laboring here, about to throw his 30th pitch of the inning. And that misses.
That's a ball.
And now 2-0. Runner on the go. Strike in there. Throw to second. Out there. And the inning is over.
Well, trying to get into scoring position, but a great catch and throw to end the inning. That's the way to pick up the pitcher.
This one isn't exactly close, Chris. Let's go off script for a moment.
I'm game.
Were we on script?
Never.
Singy, one of the biggest ways the game has changed, bullpen arms. So many elite level bullpen arms.
Yeah, and I'm glad I'm not playing anymore. I mean, it's just a nightmare. When that door swings open out of the bullpen, you know what's coming in is 95 and above with at least one nasty pitch.
There's a swing and a miss. The other component is you get less viewings of a specific pitcher. So your ability to go to school on one guy, you maybe get 2 looks at him and then he's gone.
Yeah, and I mean, these guys utilize the iPads and try to see previous footage of that pitcher, but it's just not the same as having an actual look.
Now batting, the second baseman.
Now the number 2 hitter, Boof, Frye. 0 for 4 with a pair of strikeouts and a pair of flyouts. Right through there for a strike.
Well, that's really the money spot. Down and away. If you can locate that consistently, it's going to be real tough for hitters to square that up. That's what you love to see relievers do coming out of that bullpen.
Man at second. And that is cut on and missed. 0-2.
2 pretty nasty sliders to get this hitter in an 0-2 count. If you're up there at the plate, you got to look up in the zone and spit on anything that's down.
Next pitch, a slider that misses outside.
See if you can go upstairs a little bit. Make sure you miss up and out of the zone since you're heading to count 1-2. Don't miss in the zone because that's where you can get hurt.
Swing and a ground ball and foul ball. And the next pitch is way outside. Battling here as he fouls it away. Goes down looking.
Oh, tough night at the dish. Punching out for the 3rd time right there. He just hasn't looked very comfortable at the plate. A little unsure of his timing right now. Not picking up the spin and location of these pitches. He'll have some adjustments to make.
Had a game to forget. Had 3 strikeouts without getting a hit. Never fun.
They got the win, but it sure wasn't because of him. He needs to wash this one off in the shower and do better the next time out.
So the go-ahead run in scoring position. Here's Josh Young.
Hitter's got some good opposite field power. What I like about something being hit to the right side into the outfield is that the base runner at second has a very good read and can determine whether or not he can score on that base hit.
That's to third. Slings to first in time. Ready to go for the last half of the inning. So in now for the Angels, Boof, Frye. Gore back to work. There's a strike, 95 of that one. In the air, right side. Zavala on the move. He's got it. And there's one down.
Well, those can be pretty fun as an outfielder. Got to put it into his highest gear and go a long way to track that one down. Nothing better than that. You feel like a wide receiver playing football.
The 0-1. Hot shot to third. Slings to first, and there's 2 down. Runner at first with no outs here.
The third baseman, Boof.
Frye, in his rookie season, 24 years old, and he was a third-round pick
1-0
in 2024.
You know, these Angels doing a great job, Boog, of just waiting for the right pitch to come their way, and I'm seeing very patient at-bats out of them. They've worked 3 walks already, so that proves they're not anxious up there. They're sticking to their game plan, and it's working.
Next pitch
That's the
misses, and it's 2-1.
2 balls, 1 strike.
Neto gets his lead at first with nobody out. Outside with a breaking ball. And ball 4, 2 aboard.
Well, he's been in a very giving mood today.
For the Angels.
And next is the designated hitter, Kyren Paris. Swing and a base hit. Coming home. Here's the throw to the plate. Tag, too late, he scores. It's 4-1.
Puts a run on the board and picks up an RBI. Nice line drive to the pull side, met it out front, but just stayed through it nice enough and ripped it into the outfield.
First and second, no outs. And now the center fielder, Jake Myers.
Boog, this guy's just a tremendously talented center fielder. Gold Glove caliber type out there. Offensively, he can do some things, but also has some streakiness.
Oh, and now a wild pitch. The 2-2. And that one popped in the air, left field. Smith makes the catch for the out.
Just pulled off of it a little bit right there. That front shoulder coming open instead of staying closed. If he does that, he's going to be able to go up the middle the other way with some authority instead of a fly out to left.
And next for the Angels, Randy DeJesus. Oh, 0-1 now. Hit on the ground, might be 2. Now the throw to first on the run, and they get the out. Back to the top of the Angels lineup. Now the left fielder. Up the middle, base hit, 1 run in already. Another scores. 2 runs in on the play, and they trail by 1.
Well, here we are, 3rd time through the order, and this is where we see the OPS jump up. Manager might have to go to the bullpen a little bit sooner than he anticipated.
Welcome back. Let's check out what's been happening of late. Really been struggling. Gore back to work. Got it started a little too early. Strike 1.
You know, these Angels showing great discipline at the plate, and patience definitely seems to be the name of their game in this one. The numbers say their chase rate, or swings at pitches outside the zone, is under 25%, and I think that's a big reason why they're scoring runs. By not chasing out of the zone, they're getting good pitches to hit. When you can do that, you have a much better chance to square up the baseball and do damage like they have so far.
And welcome back to the ballpark. set for the last half of the 7th. So in now for the Angels, Boof, Frye. Rodriguez in his 5th season, 31 years old, and he's a native of Mexico. And another ball. There's a strike. Now 2-1.
Nasty 2-0 slider there for a strike. That tells you he's got a lot of confidence in that pitch.
Fastball is outside.
3-1.
On the ground to third. Over to first. And one away in the bottom of the 7th.
Now back the designated hitter, Tyrant.
So up next, James Green.
Green.
With the go-ahead run at the plate, and we're in the top of the 8th. Sneaks through, base hit. Throw comes into second, coming home. To the plate, and he's out.
Well, he just ran through a stop sign right there. Third base coach had both hands up, trying to hold him at the base. He decided to go anyway, and he's out by a lot at the plate. I'm sure the third base coach and the manager are pretty frustrated right now.
Frye had a decent showing in this one.
Well, you'll never complain about getting a team win, Boof, but I think they expect him to make larger contributions than he did today. Nothing too bad, but nothing great either.
First and second, no outs. Frye now at the plate. In the air, left field. Smith has a beat on it, brings it in. Runner tags at second. Here comes the throw, and he moves up 90 feet. Runners at the corners now. One away.
Now, we'll see if moving up to third there pays off for him. He didn't have to tag and go, but now he can score a lot of different ways. Doesn't have to be a base hit. We'll see what happens.
So next to hit for Texas, Ezekiel Duran.
Listen, there's absolutely no reason to pitch to this guy right here. You nibble, you see if he'll expand his zone, but don't give him anything to hit. If you walk him, not a big deal. You have a double play opportunity set up.
One out and a runner at second here in the third and final game of the series. On the ground to the left. Throws to first. They get him, but it was pretty close.
Well, a tremendous stop there, but it looked like he had a little trouble getting off the throw as quickly as he would have liked. Had to get something on it to beat the runner.
Runner at third here, nobody out. Just missed. No outs, runner over at third. And that one gets past the catcher. Runner stays put at third. Next offering is in for a strike. Way inside, gets out of the way.
Straighten him up a little bit.
Kicks and fires. Swings through that one for strike two.
I wouldn't throw him another breaking ball. Try to go again with a fastball slightly elevated. He just is having a hard time catching up.
Foul. We'll see another payoff pitch.
I think ultimately you want to tie him up, get the ball in on the plate so that he can't get the barrel to it and hit it to the outfield.
Here comes a 3-2. And ball 4, 2 aboard.
Well, a breaking ball in that 3-2 count kind of tells you that that's the pitch he has the most confidence in right now. Just couldn't find the strike zone.
So digging in, Jake Myers. A swing and a soft liner. Base hit into the outfield. Runner from third in to score. It's an RBI single and a 2-1 ball game now.
That's a good job right there. You got 2 strikes on you, just got to battle.
So runners at the corners, nobody out. Ben Workvet, the next to hit for the Angels. Frye, the runner at third. Myers on at first with nobody out. And they're all loaded up.
Take your base.
Gosh, another walk in this one. Man, he is having some real issues with control.
So up next, Juan Morales. Three-two now. That one lifted to left. Smith on his way over. Squeezes it. Runners tagging from second and third. He'll score on the sac fly, and it's 3-1.
Well, that's the third run of the inning, and this team is doing a nice job of executing at the plate right now.
Man at first, one away.
Well, they kept him pretty quiet in this series. Still doesn't have a knock. I know you want to get that first knock out of the way. Maybe more will come, but you got to give some credit to the pitching staff. They've had a great plan against him.
That misses, and that is ball 1. On the ground to third, might be 2. The throw to second, and that's 2. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, and no one left. We're through 5. It's the Angels 3, and 2 outs, runner at first. And next for L.A., Boof, Frye.
Well, no base hits in the series for him so far, and it's clearly been a rough one. You just hope he's not pressing too hard because that just compounds things. It makes the slump even longer.
Runner takes off. That's in for a strike. Safe at second with a stolen base. On the ground to third. Sends it to first. That ends the frame. Angels leave 1, but they lead it 4-1. Sebastian Walcott will hit next. You talk about the power and the speed together.
Well, we knew he was going to be a stud just coming up, making his way through the minor leagues, and quickly at this level, an impact player. Well, it's critical right here that they bear down and turn in some quality at bats. Try to chip away at that lead, because if it gets to the 9th, that closer's coming in.
Loizaga fires, puts a bunt down. Frye throws to first in time, out on the sac bunt.
Well, just doing his part right there, trying to move that runner in a scoring position. Got it down successfully. Now we'll see if they can drive him in from second.
And we're back. We're in extras here. Now the third baseman, Boof, Frye.
Oh, how he'd love to walk it off right here.
Dunning back to work. That's off the mark. 1-0.
1 ball, no strikes.
Oh, this one's blasted. High and deep. It's on its way. Out of here. Ball game. He'll touch them all. And the Angels walk it off in extra innings.
To extra innings, it seems like every guy is trying to come up with the big swing to hit the homer and end the ball game. Well, he did it. Huge swing of the bat, and we're all heading home.
Frye with a game to remember, particularly walking it off for the win. Had only one hit, but made it count with a homer.
This was a terrific performance, and how about punctuating it with the walk-off? I'm really impressed by how he performed, especially under pressure.
And this one ends with a final score of 6-4. For Chris Singleton and our entire outstanding crew here at MLB The Show, I'm John Shambi. Thanks for joining us. Boof Frye is getting ready. He not only brings immense talent, but also a contagious enthusiasm for the game. He'll look to put those skills on display today. It's the New York Mets and the Los Angeles Angels. First pitch coming at you right after the break. First and second, no outs. Brandon Lau up now for the Mets.
It's great to get on the board in the first frame of the ball game, but here's an opportunity for them to really open things up with a couple of runners on. Let's see if they can cash in.
It's in and out of his glove. And everyone's safe. They're loaded.
He needed that one. It's been a tough stretch at the plate lately. Really good swing right there. He got a pitch that he knew he could handle, allowed himself to stay back just a tad bit longer, and he hit the ball on the screws. Now the base is loaded. Big opportunity for them to break this game open.
Lopez back to work. Swing and a miss, and he was fooled.
This is one of those times when you want to be aggressive. Go ahead and pitch to contact. Let the defense work behind you. You've got a nice, comfortable lead. Don't try to be too fine.
Swing and a foul out of play. Now he steps out of the box as he asks for time. And a good eye there.
See if he can go upstairs a little bit. Make sure you miss up and out of the zone since you're heading to count 1-2. Don't miss in the zone because that's where you get hurt.
This one popped up. Williams on the move. Makes the grab, one away.
Batting eight, the center fielder,
Man at first, one away.
now batting, the third baseman, Boof, Frye.
Frye checks his swing. Now an appeal to first. Did not go. Check swing. Did he go? Yes, he did. Noda at first, one gone. So a foul ball makes it 1-2. And now before the 1-2, time is called at home plate. The 1-2.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
And no one can get there. And now 2 aboard.
Well, he wasn't afraid to hit with 2 strikes. I think he choked up a little bit, maybe spread out, but he got the job done right there.
So digging in, Jake Myers. Runners at first and second with 1 gone. Last half of inning number 5. And that'll load the bases.
Pretty easy walk right there. Last pitch wasn't even much to think about.
Now batting, right fielder.
So bases loaded with 1 away. So in now for the Angels, Randy DeJesus. Ball 4, he's walked in a run.
He's really gotten himself into a mess out there and now forces home a run with the walk. This inning's definitely getting away from him.
Back to the top of the lineup, Juan Morales, the next to hit for the Angels. Here's a 1-1. Lifted in the air down the left side. Base hit. 1 run is in. Another scores. 2 runs in on the play, and it's 8-3.
Well, here we are, 3rd time through the order, and this is where we see the OPS jump up. Manager might have to go to the bullpen a little bit sooner than he anticipated.
Third baseman, Boof, Frye.
Lifted in the air, left field, pretty well struck. Rosarena pulls it in on the run. So it's no runs on no hits, no errors, and 1 man left. We're through 6 full. It's the Mets 8 and the Angels 3. It's a bit of a blowout now, which gives us a bit more freedom here in the booth.
I'm not sure that's a good thing.
Singy, you grew up in the Bay Area. Did you have a favorite player as a kid?
Yeah, I love the A's lineup. I mean, guys like Ricky Henderson, Dave Kingman, Terry Steinbach. I mean, you just go on and on. Tony Armas. Just some tremendous rosters back then. And I loved as a kid getting on the BART train, the Bay Area.
Frye played okay, but not well enough to boost them to a win.
I think they expect him to make larger contributions than he did today. Nothing too bad, but nothing great either.
Boof, Frye, the next to hit for the Angels. That one hammered left field, way back there. And it's out of here, into the home bullpen for a homer. And they're chipping away. It's 6-2.
That swing just injected more drama into this one.
You got on plate with that high fastball, and look how his bat stays in the zone for a long time. Absolutely crushed that pitch.
Back in Anaheim, all set for the start of the inning. Here's Tyler Freeman to hit. He's a guy, Chris, whose highlights include some of the best throws from the outfield that you will ever see. Definitely one of the best arms of the sport.
Yeah, the infielders and the catcher can never give up on a play, because if this guy thinks he has a chance, he's going to throw it from the warning track if he has to.
Slow roller to third. Frye gets it to first. Leadoff hitter retired in the fourth.
The bat, the shortstop, Jack.
Back here at the ballpark, let's check out the latest news from around the league.
Third baseman, Boof, Frye.
Senga back to work. Just missed.
You know, these Angels doing a great job, Boog, of just waiting for the right pitch to come their way, and I'm seeing very patient at-bats out of them. The numbers kind of speak for themselves with the 4 walks. They've done a great job of not trying to do too much and just staying disciplined.
So a foul ball makes it 1-2. And now before the 1-2, time is called at home plate. Fouls it off, still 1-2. And the sweeper is off the plate.
Another thing I love is how they've allowed the game to come to them. They're not forcing the issue when they're on offense. And when you force and get anxious, it starts being a lot more likely that you'll let those pitchers off the hook.
Swing and a miss, struck him out. He battled for a long time, but it finishes with a strikeout. You can't be mad at yourself after an at-bat like that one.
He's really good hitting the baseball the other way, so credit the pitcher for having him out in front of that pitch. Clearly he had him fooled.
That's to third. Fires across the diamond. Lau out of the play. One out, bases empty. Garrett, a 6'2 righty, 35 years old, a former first-round pick back in 2018. Clips the corner. Strike one. The Halos trailing by a run here in the bottom of the sixth. Strike two.
He doubled up on the off speed there. We talk about the power fastball, but he's working a little differently here.
Fights that one away, and the count remains 0-2. Frye started after it, tried to hold up. Now a look to first, and that's ruled a swing. It's a strikeout.
Well, this is exactly what you're looking for from your bullpen arm when you roll them out there to start a new inning, hold on to a small lead. Just such a stabilizing effect. And not only get the first two hitters, but to strike them out. That gives everyone on defense a big boost of confidence.
Bases empty, one away here in the top half of inning number 7. Swing and a ground ball. What a stop. Gathers and throws. Nicely done for the out.
Third basemen have to be so quick with their first step reactions. Hot shots like that. That's why they call it the hot corner. That's a perfect example, though. There's no way he gloves that one if he's not dialed in, anticipating something coming his way, staying on his toes every pitch. Really nice job to get back up, set himself, and make a strong throw across the diamond.
Back here at Angel Stadium, stepping in, Boof, Frye. Young goes 6 feet 3 inches, 200 pounds, and he was drafted in the 8th round back in 2015. Outside low, ball one. And another ball. Next offering is in for a strike.
In this situation, you expect the batters to be a little more patient, possibly take until they get a strike. With that, you don't want to miss your opportunity to get ahead early in the count. He didn't right there.
Next pitch is downstairs. Fouled off left side. Full count pitch, he'll have to wait. Time called at the plate. That one misses, so a leadoff walk.
That's a nice at bat and a great take on 3-2. Probably could have gone either way in that spot around the knees.
So a man at first. Jake Myers, the next to hit for the Angels. Snap throw to first. Back in safe, really close.
I think you want to get a one-way lead, be very aggressive in the secondary. This hitter not a power guy, so you want to make sure that you can get some length on the secondary lead and perhaps score on a ball in the gap.
Soto really on his horse for it. Grabs it on the run. And there's one down.
That's just a really nice catch on the run right there. He saved extra bases for sure. If the pitcher's his friend, he'll give him a second to catch his breath before he's ready to deal the next pitch.
So up next, Randy DeJesus. This is a guy who's in the lineup first and foremost because of what he contributes defensively, Chris. And when you talk about preventing runs from being scored, this guy is a big contributor. This one in the dirt.
All season long, he's racked up a number of saves, and sometimes the adrenaline doesn't get high enough until there's a runner or two on base.
Swing and a high fly ball left field. Makes the catch, and there are 2 outs.
Just pulled off of it a little bit right there. That front shoulder coming open instead of staying closed. If he does that, he's going to be able to go up the middle the other way with some authority instead of a fly out to left.
So digging in, Juan Morales. Step off, throw to first, and he dives back in safely.
Well, at least you got the pitcher thinking a little bit. You don't want to run yourself out of the ball game. You get thrown out or picked off, it's over.
1 strike away. Got him, and that's the ball game. Frye played well, but couldn't lift the team to a win. Just 1 hit, but it did leave the yard.
If he can consistently put up games like this one, they're more likely to get the win than the loss, even if it didn't work out today.
So up next, Boof, Frye. Homered in the ball game yesterday afternoon. At 96, that pitch is in for a strike. Back to the mound, and it finds its way through for a hit. Throw back in quickly. First and second now with nobody out.
Timing on the swing was good. Able to shoot the ball up the middle. Didn't square it up as much as he probably would have liked, but that's a good approach paying off.
Here's the rookie right fielder, Randy DeJesus. Up the middle. Acuna flips it behind his back. There's one to first, not in time. Great effort there. So the batting order turns over. Luis Angel Acuna up now for the Mets. And it finds its way through for a hit. The throw to third. The tag, and he's safe. And a 2-1 ball game now.
Well, a swing like that can help you come out of this struggle. We saw the numbers coming into the ball game, but all he's trying to do at this point is help his team win.
So they're all loaded up with 2 outs. Though Chris, through the early stages, he hasn't been very efficient in terms of the pitch count. He's going to need to get some quick outs if he's going to get deeper into this game. And the first pitch misses for ball one.
1-0.
All loaded up here in the third and final game of the series. And that drops in for a strike. Swing and a high fly ball, well struck. This one's got a chance. And that will end the inning. So they strand 3 and leave them loaded. On to inning number 4. It's the Mets 3 and the Angels 2. One out, base is empty.
Angels. The third baseman, Boof. Frye.
And that's in there at the knees for a strike. Frye with a homer in his last game. On the ground to third. Tosses to first. He's out.
The right fielder, number 21.
Ready for the bottom of the 8th. So in now for the Angels, Boof, Frye.
Boof. Frye.
On the ground. Tosses across the first. One gone to the bottom of the 8th.
That's why you hug the lines on the corners late in a ball game like this, positioned perfectly.
Boof, Frye, a promising prospect, just about ready to go. He brings a combination of talent, dedication, and heart to every game. It's the Los Angeles Angels taking on the Seattle Mariners. All right, we'll be back to get this one started after this. One down, and next for the Angels, Boof, Frye.
Really strong hitting performance recently. Can make it a 5-game hitting streak with a knock in this one.
Hand up as he asks for time at the plate. Frye, 24 years old, and he was a 3rd-round pick in 2024. And takes low for ball 1.
Counts 1-0.
1 out, bases empty. Next offering upstairs. There's a strike. Fouled off left side. Two now. Gets a piece there. We'll do it again. And a swing and a miss at the slider in the dirt. Gets to it onto first. Gets the out. 2 down after the strikeout.
You know, Boog, you often think of sliders more for that horizontal movement, but most of the good ones have both vertical depth and that horizontal movement, and that's what we saw right there. Good drop on the break and got him to swing over the top.
Runner at first with no outs here. Fastball for a strike.
You know, these Angels just aren't putting great swings on the baseball in this one. They're trying to find ways to drive the ball with some authority, but it's just not happening for them so far. 0 extra base hits in the game, so it's been tough for them to get anything going.
The 1-1 is fouled off. Now he steps out as time is granted. Nobody out. Runner at first. Frye started after it, tried to hold up. Now a look to first, and Matthew Ross right on it, says he held up. Swing and a chopper out to short, and it finds its way through for a hit. And out to a board.
That's a good job right there. You got 2 strikes on you, just got to battle.
Jake Myers, the next to hit for the Angels.
Boog, this guy's just a tremendously talented center fielder. Gold Glove caliber type out there. Offensively, he can do some things, but also has some streakiness as well. I think the key, just trying to find a way for him to be consistent day in and day out. He saves runs in the outfield, so that's good.
Naylor, off balance feed. There's one. How about that double play?
For me, that's one of the toughest double plays to turn on the infield. The first baseman has to get inside, create a throwing lane to hit that middle infielder to start the double play, and then from there completing it back to first. Really good job all the way around.
That pitch in for a strike. 0-1.
Goodness, I think he just took the best pitch he's going to see in this at bat. You don't get many like that in that location. I don't know if you take that pitch against any pitcher out there on the mound.
Time called. Chance to collect himself down 0-2. Nobody on, nobody out with a run in here in the top half of inning number 7. On the ground to the left, Norby. Tosses to first. That's the first out, the top of the 7th. So in now for the Angels, Boof, Frye. 1 for 3.
Got to keep things airtight defensively right here. On your toes, ready to make a play. If you can get this to the 9th with a 3-run lead, it should be a W.
Chopped left side. And it goes just foul. Oh, 1 down. And it's fouled away. And he asks for time before the 0-2 pitch. Conforto, the runner at first with 2 gone. Next pitch is outside. On the ground to third, Norby. On to first, and that is the inning. So no runs here on a base. Frye had a poor showing, needed to do more.
Definitely didn't do much of anything for him in this one. I think he knows he's